So I've always been into clothes and fashion, but like the past several years, I've become more and more intrigued by like vintage stuff. When we were working on Go Hard, I came across these crazy Pyrex Vision flannels online, made by this guy Virgil Abloh, and I saw Jay-Z and Kanye wearing them, and so I had to track them down. I found them online, and they were selling them for $550 a piece. I was like, wow, that's a lot for a shirt. And then just in a moment of inspiration, I thought to myself, I could go to a thrift shop and find similar flannels for the price of that one flannel from Pyrex Vision. So at that point, it became like a real fascination for me to see what kind of jewels were to be found in vintage clothing shops. And then over time, I've always been like a 90s kid, and I've been to like vintage jerseys and that sort of stuff. And, all my favorite sneakers and all of my favorite gear and shoes and a lot of the influences that, are still with me today. I sort of grew a distaste for like any shit that you can just get at the mall. Like if you could just go to the mall and buy some shirt or whatever, to me it's kind of fucking lame and it's kind of disposable. But if like it actually takes some searching to find an article of clothing, it means more to you at that point. And the value has nothing to do with money. It more has to do with how like rare and unique something is. And sometimes at places like this you can find that sort of thing. Sometimes at on eBay, with the right sort of search, you can find some amazing items. One thing I stumbled upon going through all these racks was a vintage Champion crew neck pullover. It's kind of beat up, which is dope, and it's at XL, but it fits kind of nice. It's got the Champion logo kind of crisp on the sleeve. So I'll be copping this one for myself. So we're gonna go check out, see what it all runs us. So we were digging in the crates today at Salvation Army in Jersey, and we're able to cop 12 flannels, 12 vintage flannels that we're gonna get screened with the GCode logo. And I also got a crew neck Champion vintage pullover. So that's 13 items for $36.87. I'm no math major, but that works out to less than $3 a pop. And beyond that too, it's like, it's always a process. It's a roll of the dice when you go into these places. It takes a lot of patience, and you have to be willing to look through, 200 garments to find one thing that you want to keep. But that's kind of part of the fun of it. It's like archaeology, but with clothing. But it's the process of taking things that some people don't see any value in and turning them into something priceless. It's kind of like a metaphor for life, and it's sort of what we do with our brand. So I think it fits perfectly, and hopefully you guys can come up with some ideas for how you guys can look dope and stay fresh all year round and do it on the cheap, and nobody's gonna know any better.